YouTube, how is it going? We are moving on to week 11, and today we are going to be previewing the Thursday night football matchup between the 6-3 Arizona Cardinals and the 6-3 Seattle Seahawks. There is a three-way tie atop the NFC West. Arizona, Seattle, and LA Rams are all there. There is a 30% chance of rain tonight, so do keep that in mind. The weather might not be ideal. Their prior matchup, they faced each other in Week 7. It was a Sunday Night Football matchup. Fantastic matchup. The Arizona Cardinals took it 37-34 in overtime. I'm just going to touch on some stat lines from that game just to remind you guys as to what happened there. Russell Wilson, he had 50 pass attempts, which is a ton. He threw for 388 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw 3 interceptions. I remember one of those being absolutely awful in overtime in the probably roughly around midfield. He added 84 yards on the ground, which is really nice and what you want to see out of your quarterback. Carlos Hyde, 15 carries, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. He averaged 4.5 yards per carry, which is really good. Tyler Lockett had that amazingly big game. 20 targets, 15 receptions, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. I don't think he tops it. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that now. DK Metcalf had a disappointing day, 5 targets, 2 catches, 23 yards. I think Patrick Peterson was shadowing him. He's going to be shadowing him again tonight, so keep that in mind. Kyler Murray on the other side, 48 pass attempts, 360 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He added 67 yards rushing on the ground and 1 rushing touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 14 carries, 34 yards. He averaged 2.4 yards per carry. This is the game he did get hurt in. So Chase Edmonds ran for 5 carries, 58 yards. He also had 7 targets. He caught all 7 of those targets, 87 yards, which is really, really nice and what you want to see out of him. DeAndre Hopkins, 12 targets, 10 catches, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. Dude's a boss. You're starting him, fire him up. Christian Kirk, 8 targets, 5 catches, 37 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So yeah, that's kind of what happened last time. Now let's kind of move into the fantasy implications of what I expect tonight. Chris Carson is questionable for the game. He is not expected to play. Carlos Hyde is making his return after 3 games with a hamstring issue, so he is expected to go tonight. If you are looking for a running back and you are needy and you're very weak, Carlos Hyde is somebody I feel comfortable firing up. I mean, he ran effectively last time he played this particular team, 4.5 yards per carry. He got 15 carries. He did fall into the end zone, so I'm cool with it. If you want to start him, I understand. If you don't, if you have better options, by all means, do that. Tyler Lockett is also questionable tonight, but he is expected to play. After such a massive performance, I don't see how you could bench him if he is active and playing tonight. But do keep in mind, though, he is questionable. He has a knee issue. He did play last week. I'm not sure if he left the game early. But if Tyler Lockett is active, I own him. I'm starting him. You're probably doing the same thing. One thing to notate for the Arizona offense, and I love all of them. It's very hard for you to make a case to not start a Cardinal tonight against the Seattle Seahawks defense. Shaquille Griffin ruled out, top cornerback. Quentin Dunbar also out, and then Nico Thorpe, he's out too. So that's 3 cornerbacks that the Seattle Seahawks will be missing. So do keep that in mind. Another thing to note, Travis Homer is doubtful, so it's another peg in the case for Carlos Hyde, if you will. Looking on the other side, you have Corey Peters and Jordan Phillips, both defensive linemen, out for the Cardinals. So Seattle should realistically be able to run a little bit more effectively. Obviously, I love Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's going to have himself a night. He had himself a night in Week 7 when he played the prior. He's been having himself a night all year. He's slowly creeping into MVP talks. I mean, the guy is just an absolute animal. He's insanely quick. I like him. I love him tonight. D-Hop, you're obviously firing him up. Top 3 receiver in the game. He secures probably one of the best matchups besides playing the Dallas Cowboys. So you're going with him. I own Christian Kirk in a lot of leagues, and unfortunately, I'm going against Christian Kirk in a lot of leagues. I think he's also going to have a very good night. Like I said, Seattle's defense is putrid. I'm actually not feeling too bad about starting DK Metcalf tonight. I know he had a abysmal performance the last time that he played the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think they're going to be able to hold him down twice. Physically gifted, he's a freak. Tyler Lockett's going to be hurt, so you're probably going to lean on him a little bit more to be effective and try to keep the game close. Another person that I like that's kind of sneaky, maybe in like a deeper league, especially daily fantasy sports and stuff like that, is DJ Moore. I think Tyler Lockett's not going to play as much as he did in the first matchup. So DJ Moore is somebody that I'm really curious in seeing how he does. If you're desperate, you can fire him up. I like Greg Olsen as well. Let's go into the betting line. Arizona Cardinals are getting 3 points, which seems a little odd to me because I think that it should be an even game. I understand that Seattle's home and, they generally give a field goal to the away team. But if I were betting this game, and I probably will be, I am taking the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the 3 points. Let's roll with it. I'm feeling really confident. Lock it in. The over is set at 57. They hit 71 last time they played. I don't really think that I'm going to be betting this one, but if I had to, I guess I'll take a shot at the over. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes under. I'd kind of avoid that at all costs if you could. I don't really play too much daily fantasy sports, but I feel like it's a cool little segment to put onto the video, so I will. I went on to DraftKings, and I set a lineup that I think, would be pretty effective. So if somebody out there wants to throw $3 on my lineup and you want to let me know how we do, that'd be cool. I'm rolling with Kyler Murray as the captain. He costs $19,500. DeAndre Hopkins also makes the roster. He is worth $10,800. I'm rolling with Christian Kirk, $7,400. Carlos Hyde, $5,200. Throw me some DJ Moore as well. My man's worth $4,800. And I'm going to throw Andy Isabella in there. Maybe he falls in the end zone. Maybe he does something productive. But he shows flash. He's a little quick guy for the slot. So I like that. But it's going to be a great game, guys. I appreciate you checking out the video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be tweeting throughout the game. Let me know your thoughts that you guys have on tonight's matchup. If you differ from my opinion, let me know. I'm always open to it. I'll keep an eye on the comment section below. If you're into video games, I do stream on twitch.tv/Scodee, SCODEEE. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great remainder of the Thursday. Go Cardinals.